What size is the matrix going to be when I'm done? A 1 by 1. What's my one answer? 105. Debbie's using the calculator, she's trusting it. Does everybody else's calculator get trusted? Trust your head? Did you get 105 in your head? All right, good job. I like mental math better. Okay. Are we good? Okay. Do we have any questions? Are you helping each other here to understand it? Anybody else? You got any other questions?
Our teacher guest this time is Brad Haugen. He's a math teacher at Willmar Public Schools at the senior high. We were just in there in your room spending some time watching you use the iPad and give some instruction to kids. How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's the ability to do more hands-on stuff on the iPad. Geometry-wise, the kids see the shape quicker, they construct the shape quicker, I can manipulate it a little bit easier and show them multiple ways to doing it.
I might have gotten better than a C- in geometry if I'd have had the iPad.
Probably, because you could probably have played with the drawing.
When you think of where you were a year ago, and this is the first year of implementation of the iPad program, how do you feel about it?
It's a great tool. The kids have really been more engaged. When we were book-based and paper-based, it didn't seem like they were as engaged because they had to handwrite everything down. The one thing I've seen is notes have become a lot better because they color code things. So they can change the color of what they want.
How has it pushed you a little bit to improve?
It increased my teaching because I had to get better at the technology side, first of all, but also I could be out there with them more than when I was up at the board. You know, I could walk around, I could sit right next to them, I could see where they were probably struggling immediately.
Do you think it's going to be able to, that it will enable you or does enable you to deliver instruction at a higher level?
Oh, it definitely helps me teach at a higher level.
And do you think the kids are able to understand and accept the knowledge at a higher level too?
I hope so. That's the goal for my room.
Have you seen many kids struggle because when I was a paper, pencil, book person, okay, and it always took a while before you were able to determine whether or not a kid was struggling. Do you think you pick up on that faster now with the iPad because there's more mobility for you and you get around the room, and can you pick out the ones that are struggling a little bit easier?
Oh yeah, I can see that not just during that hour, but because they can turn their assignments in through email, I could see that night, for example, even when I was gone a day. Okay, here's what you had to do. I want you to try this lesson on your own. They hand in their assignment, oh, they didn't get it. So the next day I could already say, no, we got to do this lesson over. So it wasn't like a wait 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. And I understand that you're going to try a new program next term. What is it, and are you looking forward to it?
A little nervous. It's called Insight 360. It's the ability to interact with the kids more one-on-one and see examples in real time, and also collect that data and be able to categorize it according to the state standards.
That's a big deal because the state standards drive the state test, and maybe that'll help more of our kids pass MCA.
Yeah, I hope so, because I know that they're trying to do more computerized tests, and I know that that's the way this program is based. The only downfall is it's more ABC kind of answers, and I'm more short answer, so it might make it a little more difficult. But I will give periodically ABC answers just to see where they're at.
What's been the biggest challenge for you as a teacher to be able to use the iPad, implement the iPads?
Time. I mean, it's a very big time commitment, setting it up, getting the preliminary stuff. If you teach the same subject the next year, it's a little less time. Then you can devote more time into correcting with the students, daily, and maybe do some more hands-on stuff that way. But it's the setup.
How do you correct papers?
Well, they send it to me as a PDF, and then I grade that PDF. If I feel that they've struggled in a certain area, I'll email them back and say, you struggled on these problems. Please see me in the morning or see me in class.
Because most of our viewers will think, well, how do they hand in stuff?
For RS, you can, so what do I call it? Defined. And SR is undefined.